Excluded from my sister's wedding, I chose to take a vacation instead. When the ceremony eventually unraveled, my entire family urgently tried to contact me. "You're overreacting. It's only a wedding," my mother told me. I had not been invited to my own sister's wedding, so I made other plans. A few days later, my relatives flooded my phone with messages. I sat there, staring at the screen, rereading the same text for the fifth time. "Hey, just wanted to let you know the guest list is finalized and we had to make some difficult cuts. Hope you understand. Love you." Difficult cuts. Difficult cuts. I wasn't a distant cousin. I wasn't an old family friend they barely remembered. I was her brother, and my sister, the same sister I had supported through every crisis, heartbreak, and period of self-doubt, had removed me as if it were nothing. I looked at my phone again, disbelief slowly tightening in my chest. I almost laughed, convinced this had to be some kind of error. I picked up the phone and called my mother. She answered on the second ring, cheerful as ever. "Hey, sweetheart, what's going on?" I skipped the pleasantries. "I just got a message from Emily. She says the guest list is final and I'm not included." There was a pause, just long enough to confirm what I already feared. "Oh, honey," my mother sighed, using the same tone she always did when she wanted me to feel unreasonable. "It's just a wedding. Don't make this into a big issue. Just a wedding." A sharp, hot feeling settled in my stomach. "Are you serious?" I asked calmly. "Mom, I'm her brother. How am I not invited to my own sister's wedding?" She clicked her tongue like I was a child throwing a fit. "It's not personal. They needed to keep the guest list small." "And Mom," I interrupted, "I just saw Emily's Instagram post. She invited 150 people." Silence followed, then an awkward laugh. "Well, you know how it is. Weddings cost a lot. Maybe they thought you wouldn't mind missing this one." "Wouldn't mind?" I repeated. "Mom, I've been there for Emily through everything. I helped her move twice. When she lost her job, we paid half her rent. I helped her recover from her last breakup. And now I'm not important enough to attend her big day?" "Oh, stop being dramatic," my mother replied. "It's just one day. You're overreacting." I let out a short, humorless laugh. Overreacting, of course. I already knew how this would end. I would argue, my mother would dismiss it, and Emily would eventually offer a weak apology. Then I'd be expected to move on, as always. But not this time. Something inside me finally gave way. If I didn't matter enough to be included, then so be it. I ended the call without another word and started scrolling through my phone. If I wasn't attending Emily's wedding, I was going somewhere far better. I decided to take a vacation. The more I thought about it, the angrier I became. I wasn't someone who got upset over small things. I had let plenty slide before. Emily often forgot my birthday. She only reached out when she needed help. Our mother always expected me to be the patient one. Emily was allowed to get away with everything. But this crossed the line. I wasn't going to sit at home feeling sorry for myself while my family celebrated without me. If I wasn't important enough to be included, then I wasn't going to be available when they needed me. I opened my laptop and searched for flights. If Emily could enjoy the happiest day of her life, I planned to enjoy the best week of mine. It took less than an hour. I booked an all-inclusive stay at a 5-star Caribbean resort, ocean view suite, spa access, and a private beach. I had always told myself a trip like this was too expensive. This time I didn't hesitate. This wasn't just a vacation. It was a statement. When the wedding weekend arrived, I was already on a plane, sipping champagne in first class. I posted a photo, legs stretched out, drink in hand with the caption, "Guess I got cut from the guest list, but I think I'll survive." The reactions came quickly. Some cousins replied with laughing emojis. My aunt, the most reasonable person in the family, commented, "Good for you. You should have taken me along." The most telling response came from my mother. 3 messages in a row. "Where are you? Are you seriously skipping your sister's wedding over this? You're being petty." Petty? I replied with a photo of the beach, white sand, clear blue water, and a postcard view. Perfect view. Then I turned off my phone. I wasn't going to let them pressure me this time. For the first time in years, I wasn't putting my family first. I was choosing myself, and it felt right. By the time I reached paradise, any lingering guilt was gone. As soon as I stepped out of the airport, warm ocean air greeted me, carrying the scent of salt and tropical flowers. A private car waited to take me to the resort. A sleek black SUV waited outside, stocked with chilled towels and bottled water in the back seat. Yes, this was already far better than attending a wedding. As we drove along the coastline, I reflected on how right this decision felt. Back home, my family was likely busy with last-minute preparations. My mother was probably explaining my absence. My sister was likely laughing with her bridesmaids, not thinking about me at all. But here, I wasn't an afterthought. Here, I was the priority, my own priority. The resort felt unreal, almost like something out of a dream. The lobby featured towering palm trees growing indoors, wide-open architecture that let the ocean breeze flow through, and service so attentive that I was handed a cocktail before check-in was even complete. My room was incredible. Floor-to-ceiling windows, a private balcony, and the most impressive king-size bed I had ever seen. I dropped my bags, stepped onto the balcony, and took in the view. Naturally, I snapped a photo and posted it with the caption, "When one door closes, another one opens," preferably to a beachside suite with unlimited margaritas. I knew it would make its way back to my family, and honestly, I hoped it would. For once, they could experience what it felt like to be excluded. And I was just getting started. The first full day of my trip was excellent. I began with room service, fluffy pancakes, fresh fruit, and coffee so good it ruined every cup I'd ever had before. Then I spent the day doing exactly what I wanted. No obligations, no family tension, just me, the ocean, and a schedule focused entirely on my own enjoyment. By afternoon, I was stretched out on a lounger beside the infinity pool, martini in hand, watching the waves roll in. Every so often I checked my phone, not to respond to family messages, but to read reactions to my vacation posts. The comments were priceless. "Bro, where even are you?" "Okay, now you're just showing off." "An old college friend, invite me next time." Then a notification popped up that made me smile. "Emily viewed your post." So now she was paying attention. I imagined her in the bridal suite, sipping cheap champagne, scrolling through social media while dealing with wedding stress, only to see me fully relaxed and enjoying myself. Good. I leaned back, took another sip, and thought, enjoy your big day. I hope it's everything you wanted. As the sun began to set, something unexpected happened. My phone started buzzing nonstop. At first, I ignored it, assuming it was more reactions to my photos. Then I noticed the names: Mom, Emily, Jake, Uncle Rob, call after call, message after message. I raised an eyebrow and finally picked up my phone. The first message was from my mother. "Call me. It's an emergency." An emergency? Was missing the wedding now considered one? I hesitated, unsure whether I even cared. Then Jake messaged, "You're not going to believe what just happened." That got my attention. I sat up and read through the texts, quickly realizing the universe had delivered the best wedding gift I could have imagined. Emily's perfect wedding had completely fallen apart. Messages poured in. My expression shifted with each one. "You dodged a bullet," Jake wrote. My mother followed with, "Call me now. This is a family crisis." Emily texted, "Please, where are you?" "I need you." I leaned back in my chair, took another sip of my drink, and kept reading. Then I saw the message that made me laugh out loud. According to cousin Melissa, the groom had walked out. I nearly choked on my cocktail. He left? That was more than I expected. Curiosity finally won. I replied to Jake, "What do you mean he left?" Jake answered immediately, "During the reception. Huge fight. He just walked out, left the venue completely." Then another message followed. Uncle Rob and Dad got into a screaming match about who embarrassed the family. Grandma cried. The bar closed early. Total disaster. I leaned back, shaking my head. My sister had decided she didn't need me at her wedding. And now, when everything had collapsed, I was suddenly the person everyone was trying to reach. I could already hear my mother's voice in my head. "You need to fix this." Emily is devastated. I opened the next message. It was from Emily. Her message read, "Answer your phone, please. I need you." So now I mattered. I took a slow breath and typed a single reply. "Sorry, I'm a little busy enjoying my overreaction. Hope the wedding was fun." Then I blocked her number. I blocked my mother as well. I even blocked Jake, just in case he was pulled into their guilt campaign. After that, I switched my phone to Do Not Disturb, signaled the bartender, and ordered another drink. While my family unraveled, I was in paradise, and for once, I felt completely unbothered. The next morning, I woke to the sound of waves breaking along the shore. The scent of the sea and tropical flowers drifted through my open balcony doors. I stretched, yawned, and for a brief peaceful moment, nearly forgot about the chaos back home. Almost. Then I checked my phone. Despite blocking most of my family, I still had over 20 missed calls from unknown numbers. They were determined to reach me. Several voicemails had slipped through. Against my better judgment, I played the first one. It was my mother, her voice tense and urgent. "I don't know what you think you're doing, but this is not the time for one of your tantrums. Your sister is devastated, and we need you here. This family has to stick together right now." I rolled my eyes and deleted it. The next voicemail was from Emily. She was crying. "I don't understand why you're doing this. You're my brother. I need you. Please, just call me back." Deleted. The following message made me laugh. Jake whispered, as if hiding somewhere, "Dude, Mom and Aunt Lisa are planning to show up at your apartment when you get back. Just a heads up. Also, Grandma keeps saying the wedding was cursed because you weren't there. It's kind of hilarious." That one I saved. I set my phone down on the bed and stepped onto the balcony. The sun was just rising, casting a soft golden glow across the ocean. I took a deep breath and let the warmth settle in. Back home, my family was scrambling to control the damage. Meanwhile, I was standing there in a bathrobe sipping espresso, enjoying one of the best decisions I had ever made. And the best part was this: they were finally feeling what I had felt when they excluded me. Ignored, overlooked, left out. There was something fitting about it. But I wasn't done yet. I picked up my phone, snapped a photo of my breakfast, fluffy pancakes, fresh fruit, and a mimosa so bright it practically sparkled, and posted it with the caption, "Starting my day stress-free. Hope everyone back home is doing okay." Then, just for my own amusement, I scrolled through the blocked messages, smiled at the missed calls, and ordered another mimosa. I had no intention of calling anyone back. They could handle their own situation. I was on vacation. By midday, I was relaxing beneath a private cabana, sipping a tropical drink topped with a tiny umbrella, when my phone buzzed again. This time, it was a message from my cousin Melissa. "Okay, I know you're angry, and honestly, you have every right to be. But you need to hear what happened after the wedding. Call me. You're going to love this." I raised an eyebrow. Melissa had always been the sensible one in the family. If she said it was worth hearing, it probably was. So despite myself, I called her. She answered immediately. "Oh my God, you finally picked up," she said, barely containing her excitement. "Okay, are you sitting down?" I looked around my shaded cabana, the ocean stretching endlessly in front of me, a cold drink in my hand. "Yeah," I said, "I think I'm in the right place for this." Melissa laughed. "All right." After the groom walked out, Emily completely lost it. And I don't mean a few tears. I mean screaming, sobbing, and throwing things at the wedding party. I smiled to myself. That sounded about right. Melissa continued, clearly enjoying the story. Everyone was trying to calm her down, and Mom overheard Aunt Lisa saying the whole disaster could have been avoided if you'd been there. I blinked. "Wait, what?" She laughed again. "Yes, she said you're always the one who fixes things when Emily spirals. That if you'd been there, you would have talked sense into the groom or managed everything like you always do." I burst out laughing. "So let me get this straight," I said. "The same family that excluded me from the wedding is now blaming me for not being there to save it." "Oh, it gets better," Melissa replied. Melissa continued, explaining that my mother told Aunt Lisa she was being unreasonable, which quickly turned into a loud argument between them. Then my grandmother stepped in, claiming Emily had brought this on herself by offending the universe when she chose not to invite her own brother. I nearly choked on my drink. Melissa was laughing openly now. Grandma had apparently scolded Emily in front of everyone, saying, "If you had treated your family better, you wouldn't be standing alone in your wedding dress right now." I leaned back, shaking my head with a smirk. That was impressive. Melissa went on. My mother then tried contacting the groom's family to smooth things over. According to Melissa, his mother simply smiled and said, "This is your problem now." I had to set my drink down before I spilled it from laughing. "So," I said once I caught my breath, "where does that leave Emily?" Melissa sighed. Emily was still crying, still blaming everyone but herself. The last she heard, Emily was attempting some kind of backup plan to salvage the situation. But realistically, this wasn't something she could recover from. I smiled and shook my head. You know what the best part is? What? I took a slow sip of my drink. I don't care. Melissa burst out laughing. Honestly, I don't blame you. I just figured you'd like to know that karma showed up right on time. Oh, I definitely appreciate knowing that, I replied. Thanks for the update. No problem, she said. Enjoy your vacation. And for what it's worth, you did the right thing. I ended the call feeling more satisfied than I had in years. They wanted a wedding without me. Because of their own choices, they ended up with a disaster instead. I raised my glass toward the sky and quietly toasted to the best decision I had ever made. Then I shut my phone off again and relaxed deeper into the cabana, letting the ocean air clear away any remaining guilt. For the rest of the day, I didn't check my phone. I booked a sunset cruise, let the warm breeze surround me, and enjoyed a 5-star dinner by the water. While my family was still dealing with the aftermath of Emily's wedding collapse, I was eating the best steak of my life. At one point, I briefly wondered if I should feel sorry for her. Then I remembered how easily she excluded me. That thought passed quickly. I took a sip of wine, snapped one last photo of the view, and posted it with a single caption, 0 regrets. Then I turned my phone off again. Let them sit with it. I was done being their fallback solution. The next morning, I woke up feeling lighter than I had in years. No guilt, no tension, no last-minute family emergencies waiting for me to fix. Just the sound of waves and a full day devoted to rest. I stretched, ordered room service, and out of curiosity, turned my phone back on. That was a mistake. Within seconds, notifications poured in. Mom, you need to stop acting like a child and call me. Emily, I can't believe you're doing this to me. You're so selfish. Mom again, this isn't funny. Emily is heartbroken. Do you even care? An unknown number, likely my aunt. We need to fix this family before it's too late. I groaned and shook my head. It was remarkable how quickly they shifted from ignoring me to expecting me to fix everything. Then one message stood out. Melissa, I know you're ignoring everyone, but please read this. Mom is trying to gather the family for a talk when you get back. Just a warning. I almost laughed. They assumed I was coming back and would simply accept the guilt, as if nothing had happened. That wasn't happening. I replied to Melissa, thanks for the heads up, but I won't be there. She responded almost immediately. Wait, what do you mean? I'm extending my trip, I wrote. They cut me out. I'm cutting myself off. I could imagine her reaction, surprised and amused. A few seconds later, she replied, that's iconic. Tell me everything whenever you finally come back. I smiled, set my phone aside, and opened my laptop. With a few clicks, I officially extended my stay, another full week. No family, no drama, no forced conversations, just me and the ocean. They had never allowed me peace before, and now they couldn't take it away. Before heading to the beach, I sent one final message to my mother and Emily. Oh, now you want me around? Sorry, I'm too busy enjoying my reactions. Good luck cleaning up your own mess. Then, for the last time, I blocked their numbers. I put my phone down, ordered another drink, and let the sun warm my skin. There was no guilt, no tension, no regret, just peace. And it was the best decision I had ever made. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more shocking real-life stories.